There it is. All right, cool. Got a new layout here, so we're testing that out. Anyway, I'm SteelWalrus. You are awesome. If you're checking this out later on YouTube, I'm glad you're here finally, even if a little late. If you're watching me on stream, well, welcome to the stream. Hopefully we'll have a good time. We've got a new mic. It's fancy. It's plugged into a box. That box blinks at me. So, hopefully the blinking is a good thing. We are going to start a Romulan character this go-round. Do a little walkthrough of that. It's been a while since I've run a Romulan start. I've also got a Dominion character I started recently. But I think I'm going to redo that one simply because it's very clear that I need a little bit more time to cook before I really review that one. Anywho, let's kick her off. All right, so we got the Romulan Republic here. That's pretty cool. Now, one thing I do like about this is you can make an alien character, and if I remember correctly, and unless things have been super rebalanced in recent memory, then an alien is actually like kind of the meta, because they get like a special extra talent or some weird something like that. I don't quite remember it. I'm sure somebody that's been playing the game for 10 years could tell you, like 10 years fully, not just every now and again, like I've been doing. Yeah, let's go ahead. Actually, I gotta do something about the volume on my end. Neural works. And engage. Not gonna get too uppity about the names here. Just go around. We'll play the tutorial just for the sake of it. You get a little
What we
extra
knew
XP.
is gone. Our home, our lives, all that we were, dust. Blasted across empty, heartless skies. But we live. Our legacy lives within every ship we fly, upon every world we touch, in our hearts, in yours. There will be challenge. You will know fear, but you will overcome. You will survive and answer vengeance with blood. You will do as you must. Rule cannot be handed to the faithless. Our legacy cannot be lost to villains. Bury the past to face the future. In enemies, find allies. There is no price we have not paid, no loss we have not felt. Our dead world, our long suffering, these are not ends. We are not ended. For your crew, for your people, for this new home, we must face all doubt. We must break the strong who would destroy us and overcome the impossible. We must fight against any and all. We must, we will, for we are Romulan.
Well, I'm pretty hyped. Hope y'all are hyped. If you're hyped, be like, yeah, hype. That or something, I don't know.
The youngest of our kind
Also,
rely
I'm
on
new at
stories
this.
to know what our people were like before. Strong, secretive, warlike. We were feared. We were powerful. Then, everything changed. 22 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova. The resulting explosion traveled through subspace to hit Romulus and Remus, our homeworlds. No one could have predicted that would happen, and no one could have stopped it. Millions died. Those who survived were scattered across dozens of worlds. One day we were citizens of one of the greatest powers of the galaxy, and the next, we were just trying to survive. Every day was a struggle if you weren't part of the militant and oppressive Tal Shiar. or ruling everything from on high like Empress Sela. For ordinary Romulans, military victories don't mean much when you're hungry. Life goes on. The Klingons and Starfleet are at one another's throats, but battles light years away don't affect us much. The Tal Shiar are the more immediate threat. They're rebuilding the Empire by force, and pressing anyone they think can help into service. But even they don't seem to know we're here. We've put down roots and found friends. Today we'll celebrate what we've created. With hard work and some good fortune, true Romulans will once again rise to be a power in the galaxy. The first step on that path begins here.
All right, so we've got like a post.
Your current tasks will be displayed here.
Hold on. Got like a post supernova society, which is pretty cool. Now I can't remember.
To move, use the W,
I know
A,
how to
F.
move. Probably should have skipped the tutorial, TBH. I don't quite remember if Star Trek Online did the whole supernova thing first, and then it
People you can interact with.
kind of got picked up in canon, or if it started in the like Kelvin verse and then fluttered out into everything else. Because I know it wasn't Prime until pretty recently, I think, right? Like, don't quite remember. Yeah, I am gonna try some. Good. Kick off the little timer thing.
There you are. The security chief was looking for you earlier. She said there's trouble at the vineyard. Avrak's been filing reports all night about Kellids chewing at the vines. He's really worked up. Something must have annoyed them. It's not typical Kellid behavior. With the big celebration tonight, I think everyone's a little overexcited. Even the bugs. You should listen to one of Avrak's messages before you head out there.
Interactable items have a glow around them. Walk up and press A.
Okay, yeah, so it is definitely still very simple tutorial.
Please tell me you'll help me. The Kellids are in the vineyard chewing through the irrigation pipes, and everyone says they're too busy getting ready for the big party to come and do something about it. There won't be any party if everyone's knee-deep in water by nightfall. Get over here and help me fix this.
I'm not listening to all of the messages. That seems like a terrible waste of time.
If the Kellids are chewing up the vineyard, you should probably grab a pistol, just in case. I'd join you, but the chief has me looking into some odd comm chatter we picked up yesterday. We'll have to catch up later.
Your mini-map shows you where your objective...
Yep. Alright. And I wish, like... I wish we could have, like, ways to flag redundant messages. Because I know some
Your
people.
plasma beam pistol has been automatic...
It's like, yeah, I could definitely
Press
spend
A
some
to
time
holster and draw your weapon.
setting that up, so I don't have to worry about it anymore.
To sprint, tap the...
Normal controls. This game has very interesting control scheme. Not doing that. But like, I don't know, it's got some moments where you're just like, that's a little weird. Like the way it sort of floats between FPS and, well, like over the shoulder, but it's technically a World
Finally.
of Warcraft style
Which message?
RPG.
Ah, never mind that either. It's chaos here. I need some help. Normally we collect nectar from the local Kellid insects.
Something has driven them into a frenzy. They're chewing on our irrigation system.
Excellent, excellent. The broken pipes are obvious. They're the ones spraying water everywhere. Kellid shouldn't give you too much trouble. A few bursts from your pistol will take care of them.
Not terribly super well recorded, but maybe that's just my headset, but it's pretty well voice acted. Like, there's a lot of character in his voice. There's a pipe.
Interactions can be interrupted by movement or combat.
Just like, how does it stack up against
Targets on sensors.
Intelligence? Like, how does it stack up against modern RPGs? How does it stack up against contemporary RPGs? Like, you know, because it came out during that kind of big RPG boom, you know, in the early aughts, if I remember correctly, or in mid-late aughts. I mean, World of Warcraft came out before, right? I'm hungry. You know, I probably should have eaten before I started streaming, but that's okay. We'll go for an hour, and I'll probably get some food. It's okay to be hungry occasionally. We have to remind ourselves that.
Well, the flooding has stopped, but if those Kellids come back, they'll just break the pipes again. Something's making the insects go crazy. With bugs this size, that's a real problem. And Avala might be able to help if she's not goofing off again. She knows all about Kellids. She's normally down by the greenhouse this time of day. Tell her to stop being lazy and keep these critters contained.
Good idea. Talk to Navala.
I bet she's just lounging around right now, not even thinking about all the damage being done to my vineyard. No one around here wants to put in a good day's work. Well, except for you.
Right. Alright, so we gotta go that way. Anyway, so I think this came out maybe in 2000, maybe 11, maybe 10 or 11.
Just in time. Did you talk with Avrak? He said that I'm what? Lazy? That I've been... Ugh! He's just trying to make me look bad so he can get a promotion. Oh, that's so old-fashioned. Let me tell you what's actually The Kellids are going crazy. I've been working all day to keep them out of the residential areas. This aggressive behavior is new, and we need to figure out what's causing it. That means gathering samples.
Alrighty.
This metal has some kind of fungus growing on it that's similar to the spores we found on some of the Kellid carapaces. It might explain their behavior, but how are they getting infected in the first place? Also, the flying Kellids have never come out of the cavern before. This is so strange. You're right. The source of the infection could be somewhere inside the cavern. Head over there and see if you can find out what's aggravating the nest. And be careful.
Gotta go through all the Kellids. Oh. I don't think they're actually interested in me, but we're shooting. I should probably, like, attempt to pay attention to range and things like that.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
The drones aren't attacking. Even if I, like, walk through them, they don't care. Interesting. Oh no. No, we don't. No. That? No. Please tell me we're not morging the Kellids. Oh. Okay, because that looked really mechanical. You can't tell me that's not some sort of mechanical thing. Okay, so what is it? See, this is neat. Actual mystery. I've done this exactly one time in a decade.
A strange machine and some weird drone things? That is troubling. Someone's been in there. We'll have to let the Maori know about this. It's good you disabled the device, though. Maybe now the Kellids will calm down. I took a look at those biological samples while you were gone, but I can't do much more than a basic tricorder scan. It's just not my area. DeVex might be able to help. He was an engineer in the Romulan military before the homeworld was destroyed. Now he's helping us with our water supply. You should talk to him.
All right.
What do you need with an old space hound like me? I have an idea of what this might be. Maybe. I saw something like this once before, when I was out beyond the Eridon Belt. We responded to a distress call from a mining outpost. When we got there, all the people were just gone, vanished without a trace. The only things we found were a strange beacon and some odd spore samples. These look very similar. Good idea. When we ran into something like this before, we were able to stop the spores from reproducing by bombarding them with tachyons. We have the equipment here to replicate that procedure.
Some missions in Star Trek Online will...
Yes, I know. All right. Interesting. Interesting they used tachyons for that, because aren't tachyons... Obviously, chronotons are like time particles, right? But like, the tachyons tend to get kind of lumped into that conversation too. You think? Honestly, Star Trek Technobabble is, I mean, it's not terrible, but it certainly is more of an art than a science.
I've only seen fungal
That's the best
biotech
way to
like
put
this
it.
once before. Remember that mining station that I mentioned? Before we arrived, they reported several disappearances. Some thought it was paranoia, but we had reports that said intruders would beam in right through the colony's magnetic shield, right into someone's quarters, sedate them, and then vanish without a trace. We didn't know what to believe. But I don't think those miners were paranoid. Something did happen to them, and it could happen again. That's what my commander believed. We found a beacon with almost the same configuration as the one you found. We weren't able to get much from it before we shut it down. But the one thing we learned is that the beacon was made by a race that called themselves the Elachi.
Oh, yeah.
We stayed in orbit for a few days, but the Elachi never came back. That's good news for us, seeing that you disabled the beacon you found in the caverns. That's right. He's the man in charge, so he needs to know. I'd be surprised if he doesn't want to send someone down there to analyze that beacon. Could be these Elachi were interested in our colony for some reason. Lucky for us, you were there to put a stop to whatever they were trying to do.
Okay. I need to stretch my legs for a couple of seconds, so we get to debut the super cool Be Right Back menu thing. Hopefully it'll work for you guys.
I heard Avrak yelling all the way over here. I'm sorry you had to deal with his problems on our day of celebration. That does sound very mysterious. However, you seem to have taken care of the immediate problem, disabling this beacon and dispatching the drones. You have my thanks. I'll assign some engineers to examine the device and set up surveillance on the cave as soon as possible. If what Devek says is true, we don't want that beacon turned on again. Now...
Oh, I handed that a little bit too early. But yeah, like I'm trying to say, you know, even if it means not going whole hog on something, you know, there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself.
Are you done for the day? I'm just finishing up too. I'm going to head back to the restaurant. Meet me for a drink when you're done. Hey there.
Oh,
Long
well,
day?
Guess I'm done.
I can't believe how far this colony has come. Just look at how much we can accomplish without being ruled by the Tal Shiar. Word is, someone named Datan is trying to fight them, but... me? I'm content with what we have here. Let's go enjoy the festival.
I like what they did with the Romulan architecture. It's very, like, just nice.
Friends and neighbors, welcome to the tapping. The Kelid nectar has been harvested, the ale is brewed, and we can finally taste the fruits of our labors. And like this fine vintage, our colony has taken time and effort to develop. Since the loss of the homeworld 22 years ago, we have known fear, hunger, and pain. We have struggled, and we have overcome every difficulty. We have mourned those who are no longer with us, and we have welcomed new friends into our home. And now we celebrate. The trials are behind us. Virinat is prosperous and growing. We will face new challenges in the future, but we will face them together.